Hey, what's up YouTube? It's YGOViking here. Today I'll be bringing you my pre-Shining Victories Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. I put this deck together a number of months ago and I enjoyed playing it casually. I've tried playing it, in a local tournament, and it does, well, for lack of better words, kick ass. However, when it comes up against something that spams pendulums, it struggles like hell. So if you are going to think about building a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, I suggest you maybe wait until the new support comes out in Shining Victories and go from there. Or if you want to make a pre-Shining Victories deck build like this one, then you might want to include stuff that, can put a stop to pendulums. But yeah, anyway guys, I'll get cracking with this video. The deck contains 40 cards and 15 of the extra deck. And like I said, Shining Victories comes out soon, and I'll be revamping this deck to include all the new support. So if you like what you see in this video and you want to see more, leave a like and a comment, and then obviously subscribe for more content. Obviously this is my deck profile. It's not, 100% great. It's not the most unbeatable deck out there. So if you have any suggestions whatsoever, then please leave them in the comments below, and it'd be much appreciated, if you leave a suggestion that could actually help me improve this deck as it is now. But yeah, it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, so we're obviously going to run 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Then we run 2 Alexandrite Dragons. Level 4 Light Monster, 2k attack. You can go to those rank 4 plays, and as a Light Monster, you can use Honest by discarding it and playing Honest's ability. Then we have a Galaxy Serpent and a Flambeau Guard. Ideally, I'd like 2 Galaxy Serpent as opposed to the 1, but I don't actually have a second copy, and I don't know anyone that does, at my local. So I've had to chuck in a Flambeau Guard as a Dragon Tuner. And obviously, it can be used with cards of consonants to draw 2. That's all my normal monsters. So we'll go on to effect ones, but we'll keep a theme of tuners. So that's 2 White Stone of Legends. Because you can only have 3 Blue Eyes in a deck, I don't see the point in running more than 2, because obviously you're not going to play its ability if you have any more than 2 and you actually used 1 or more Blue Eyes beforehand. But yeah, it's a tuner, so obviously cards of consonants works, and it's a bit of draw power. Then we have 3 Maiden with Eyes of Blues. The searcher of this deck for me. You target it with your spell trap card or monster effect. Use special of Blue Eyes. It's attacked by your opponent's monster. You negate the attack, switch its battle position, special of Blue Eyes. I find that in my local, I'm not sure why this is. It could just be a way of thinking there, but when they realise what a maiden can do, they are very hesitant to attack it. So in this deck, there's a number of equip cards or cards that target monsters, just so I can use it in tangent with Maiden's ability. Then the only non-dark monster in the main deck, non-light monster, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. 2800 attack. It's very easy to special summon, and its ability is epic. You just special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or graveyard. So it's easy to spam those dragons and Blue Eyes, and it's quite easy to go into synchro plays with this. Then we have 2 Shining Angels. It's destroyed by battle. You special summon a Maiden from your deck, because obviously Maiden has less than 1500 attack, so it's a great card to have in here. It's also level 4, so rank 4 plays are easy, and obviously is keeping a theme of a light attribute monster. And we have a Bright Star Dragon. Now originally I ran 2 of these, but I figured I'd take 1 out and keep 1 in the extra deck. With Bright Star Dragon, when it's normal summoned, I can target another monster on the field and increase its level by 2. So more often than not, I will have a Maiden on the field. I will summon Bright Star, target Maiden. Maiden's effect activates, I get a Blue Eyes White Dragon. And obviously Maiden then becomes level 3, which means I can go into Synchro level 7s. So yeah, it's great, and I actually run a second copy of that in my side deck. a Mirage Dragon. Basically, just so your opponent can't activate trap cards in a battle phase. So no Magic Cylinder, no Mirror Force, and basically stuff like that. My mind just went blank there for a second, so I do apologise. But yeah, Draining Shield would be another example. You don't want to build up to a Blue Eyes Ultimate or, you know, a Thunder End Dragon just to be hit with a Magic Cylinder or Mirror Force. So having a Mirage Dragon is really beneficial. Then I run one Kaiser Glider. It's a level 6, so it can be used with any number of tuners in this deck to make a level 7, level 8, and that's where most of the plays come from. And it has a pretty decent ability that when it's destroyed and sent to a graveyard, you can target one monster on the field and return it to a hand, whether it's your own monster, i.e. Maiden, to trigger its ability to get the Blue Eyes, or just to clear out your opponent's field and take out one of their, you know, very good cards. And then because it's mainly a light deck with the exception of Red Eyes Darkness Metal, you have to run 2 Honest. I'm sorry, but Honest is an amazing card for a light deck, and it's helped me out so many times. So really that's it for all the monsters. We'll go on to the spells now. That's 1 Dragon Shrine. I feel that any more than 1 can clog this deck with the way I play, because I only really use Dragon Shrine quite early to ditch a Blue Eyes and a White Stone to add a Blue Eyes to hand. So I've got a Blue Eyes in deck, 1 in hand, 1 in graveyard, so I can actually make plays with it. I may notch it up to 2 if I feel the need to, but at the minute it's going to stay at 1. And then we have 3 Silver's Cry. This is an amazing card. It's a quick play, so it can be used on your opponent's turn if you need to. The main targets from Silver's Cry would be a Blue Eyes, or possibly a Galaxy Serpent, or a Flambeau Guard, or even an Alexandrite Dragon, or any actual normal monster in general. But yeah, this helps so much to go into rank 8s, level 8 synchros, you name it, it's great. 2 Cards of Consonance is next. I actually only have 4 targets with this. That would be my 2 White Stones, my Galaxy Serpent, and my Flambeau Guard. So I don't really run more than 2 because it can clog. But yeah, so 2 of those. Then we have 2 Wonderwand. There's only 3 Maidens in this deck, so I feel that if I ran 3 Wonderwand as well, it can clog, and you know, if it comes down to needing a good draw and I draw this, I'll be extremely disappointed. But, so yeah, 2 Wonderwand, you know, there's only 3 targets with it, so I figured I'd stick with 2. Then we have 2 Trading. Again, like Wonderwand, there's only 3 targets in this deck for trading, and most of the time they'll be on the field or in the graveyard, so I'm going to stick with 2. I may take one out and run 1, but yeah, if you ditch a Blue Eyes, you draw twice. That's as simple as that. Then we have a 1-for-1. You ditch a monster and special summon a level 1 from your deck. So you could ditch any monster, Blue Eyes for example, and special a Maiden from the deck. And obviously with Maiden, you can use its abilities when needed to bring out the Blue Eyes. Burst Stream of Destruction. I feel as though I have to run 1. You know, it's a Blue Eyes related card, and the ability of it is great. To, you know, if they have pendulums or like that, you just take them all out. Then we run 1 Dragon's Mirror. Dragon's Mirror. I like Dragon's Mirror a lot because obviously you confuse from the graveyard as well. But I find more often than not that I use Dragon's Mirror to go into either 5-headed dragon or Thirst of Dragons. I tend to avoid going into Blue Eyes Ultimate because if I do with Dragon's Mirror, and because I don't run a polymerization, but I find that often than not that I obviously have to banish my 3 Blue Eyes and then leave myself with no power plays. But yeah, so then we have a Dark Factory of Mass Production. Return 2 normal monsters back from a grave to a hand, whether it's your Blue Eyes, Galaxy Serpent, Alexandrite, you name it, just to recycle a bit of monsters to try and make some decent plays. The Swords of Revealing Light to stall. This card has saved me many times. I've top decked it and played it, and it's bought me some time to actually draw some decent cards. So that's all my spells. Quickly going into traps, we have a Bottomless Trap Hole. Obviously you know what this does, so it shouldn't need an explanation. Every deck should run at 1. So yeah, then we have a Compulse. Obviously a Compulse can be used to return a monster from a field to the owner's hand, whether it's your own maiden to, you know, trigger its ability, or to clear out an opponent's monster. Then obviously Compulse is a way to go. Then we have a Mirror Force. Mirror Force, you know what it does. It's a great card. If I had to take Mirror Force out, I would probably swap it with Quaking Mirror Force, just to screw over Pendulum monsters. But Mirror Force is the way to go for me, at least at current, you know, this present time. Negate attack, another stalling tactic. If you've not really drawn into anything good, just play this, and obviously negate the attack, end the battle phase, and then you're still alive for another turn. And lastly, we run a Grand Horn of Heaven just to put a stop to those special summons. So yeah, that's the main deck. We'll quickly go on to the side deck and not, you know, take up much more of your time. So we run 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate, 1 First of Dragons, 1 5-headed dragon. These two are my main targets with Dragon's Mirror. Blue Eyes I only really play if it's a, you know, like a last chance saloon sort of thing. Yeah, so basically it's an all or nothing type of situation. A Samsara, level 5 synchro. When it's destroyed by battle or card effect sent to graveyard, then obviously you get yourself a free sort of monster reborn really from your graveyard or theirs. You just special summon a monster, so that's great. Ideally I'd like to run 2 copies of that, but as of yet I've not really decided whether that's going to be a final or not. Then we have a Red Wyvern, level 6 synchro, awesome ability, 2/4 attack. A Clearwing. Yes, this is a Clearwing, a Ghost Rare. Yeah, Clearwing is a great ability. It's level 7. So, yeah, I just love this card in general. This is one of my top 5 favourite cards. Next to Scarlight, Red Dragon Archfiend, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Dark Rebellion, and I think I can definitely say Blue Eyes White Dragon. Well, yeah, the next one would be Scarlight. It's got a great ability. It's level 8, so you can go into those rank 8 plays. 3k attack. It's awesome. I love it. Stardust Spark and Hot Red Dragon next. These were just sort of put in to fill, you know, the extra deck and make up the numbers. There's only a couple of times we're actually going to these two, and that's when my Scarlights are out of commission, whether they bottomless trap hold me, you know, you destroyed it already, and I really need to synchro a decent monster. It'll mainly be this one first, and followed by that one, in terms of... Ooh. I do apologise there. Trying to record on a dry mouth. But yeah, these two I don't really use that much. And the last synchro we use is Azure Eyes. I did run 2 Azure Eyes, but I didn't really go into an Azure Eyes that much. I mainly focused on the XE plays. And speaking of XEs, we have a Dark Rebellion. It's a dragon, great ability. I love it. Then we have a number 101 Silent Honor Arc. Another great card with a great ability. And obviously it's a rank 4, so it's very easy to bring out. We have number 23 Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld. It can attack your opponent directly, and its ability to detach and negate a spell, trap card, or an effect once per turn has really helped me out quite a bit really. And lastly, we run 2 copies of Thunder End Dragon, just because it's a rank 8. Its ability, while it can be a bit self-destructive at times, is great if you really want to just attack your opponent directly at some point. But yeah, anyway guys, that's my pre-Shining Victories Blue Eyes deck profile. If you guys could do me a favour and check out my friends' channels, TCG Fanatic and YGOViking. A link to their channel will be in the description below. And as always, like and subscribe for more content, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you could leave a suggestion in the comment section below on how you think I could improve this deck or what you'd like to see me do next. I'm hoping to upload content fairly regularly, maybe 2 to 3 videos a week, as opposed to, you know, 13 over the space of like 9 months, as I just previously did. But yeah, anyway, I'm not sure if you noticed, just one last thing before you go. I actually have a tripod now. And this actually came, I got it off eBay for £7. It came a couple of days ago, and I have previously done a video with it, you know, just to test it out, and it was a wager duel with TCG Fanatic at my locals. So be sure to check that video out. And basically you see me wager my Ghost Rare Clearwing for his Ultimate Rare Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, and yeah, that's basically where I got my Scarlight from for this video. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys, and this is me signing off.